express my heartfelt thanks to Professor Sumemin and Professor Sarah Hansen, who arranged everything at this time. Thank you very much. Thank you. And first of all, yes, when I would meet someone for the first time, I will give him my business card. Then almost all the time, they will ask me, "Oh, you have some degree in medicine. Are you are you doctor? I mean MD?" But why? Because he or she knows that I am my center and or main field of study is Chinese philosophy, Laozi, Zhuangzi, Yijing, such kind of things. So he should be astonished, then ask that kind of question. But more talking with him.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yes, more talking with him, much more things about my own career. He would once again be astonished that why Chinese philosopher went to the United States of America to study Chinese philosophy. Why didn't you go to mainland China or Taiwan, Hong Kong, or somewhere like that? But in my mind, this is my own very right way to study Chinese philosophy, or to get the most important, profound truth of Chinese Tao. So I went to first University of Hawaii first, almost 40 years ago. Then moved here, CSUN. Yes, also almost 38 years ago.
Oh wow.
Yes. At that time, I met Professor Schroeder. Yeah. So Professor Schroeder is a very nice and very old friend of mine. But so then, why philosophy and medicine could be related with each other? It's a very common question, yes. But suppose the case, situation, when you got a very sincere disease, you have to get some organ plantation surgery. At that time, maybe doctor could recommend you to get this kind of organ plantation surgery. He would be saying like this. But as a philosopher, I would like to ask you, can you wait for the other people dying for your organ? Yes, I don't say you have to say yes or you have to say no. But this is a very delicate and a very important question. But it seems to me, without philosophy, we cannot answer this kind of question. So medicine needs philosophy. It's very simple and very important fact, isn't it? So now I can say my main field is not just philosophy, and at the same time not just medicine. My main field is philosophy of medicine. As a philosopher, and at the same time as an MD, I can at least answer the question so far. This is my main basis. But before then, I would like to let me introduce myself. As I told you, could you do this?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Better.
I first, yes, started my academic in Chinese philosophy. At the time, Laozi is my main topic. And in Japan, I studied Laozi philosophy in an undergraduate and in my master course of graduate, as a graduate student. But to study deeper and deeper, I found that there is no so-called Chinese philosophy in Japan. Speaking very simply, there is no Chinese philosophy in Japan. In Japan, we have only Chinese philology. They are, please allow me to say, very rough, in the very rough vocabulary. They are just linguists. They are not philosophers. They are just reading Laozi, Zhuangzi, I-Ching, or Confucius, Analects, or something like that. Just reading, without any meaning, without any significance. So they don't know. So they don't know the very important truths containing in those kind of Chinese classics. So I abandoned to study anymore in Japan. So I said, as I said, first I went to Hawaii because I'm not sure those days. I was not sure those days about where the true Chinese philosophy is being researched and being studied. So first I went to Hawaii. Yeah, very nice and good university. And then they are doing very hard, yes. I learned, especially the philosophical arguments in English. Oh, before then, in Japan, I studied also philology, so I can read those Chinese classics, not just the main text, but the commentaries. So maybe almost all the Chinese people cannot read them, right? Then now I can read them, but to me that's not enough to me. Then I went to Hawaii, yes, and after that I came up to here Northridge, and then I met Professor Roda. He's a very nice Yijing philosopher. And yes, so I was very happy to meet Professor Schroeder. And then for almost 40 years, he's a very nice friend of mine. Professor Schroeder is a very nice friend of mine. And a very nice colleague. In Chinese vocabulary, we say that tongchi, right? Tongshui, right? And then that would be very fine, but at the same time, those days, I found the significance of physical practice. In the book of Laozi or Zhuangzi or even Yijing, or more in Mencius or something like that, and much more easy to understand could be those volumes of Daoism. We can never understand what they meant without this kind of physical practice. In Japanese vocabulary, we say shugyo. That's tongyuan in Chinese vocabulary. Practice, physical practice. Or they would say in English like this, self-cultivation or something like that. But everything is just blowing of wind. Most important thing is to attain, to embody the Tao by myself, by yourself. Without that practice, without that embodying, we cannot understand the Tao truly. So those days, almost my last year of my studying in the United States. Once I came back Hawaii, after that I back to Japan and got the job in my university, Nihon University, Nihon University as a assistant professor. And then, almost 40 years I have been working there. So, but so I got the job. So I couldn't have much time to study medicine because practical, something like practice, and then the result of that practice, we got a job, we got a Tao, we embody the Tao. Then how I can explain it in the academic field is my another and next topic, next question, next problem. So I started to study medicine, and fortunately, I got a really fortunate meeting. Fortunately, I met a very nice professor of medical school he's Japanese. He's a Japanese, Minnesota. Yeah. And just incidentally, he came back to Japan and got a job just nearby my home. I mean, the medical school nearby my home. So I started to study medicine at that time, and then taken almost or more 20 years. At last I got degree in medicine, and I got a certificate, I mean license. So as I am a Chinese philosopher, I understand those people would be understanding me. My main major in medical science is the Oriental medicine. But no, that's not true. My main field of medicine is cardiovascular. I'm not practicing because fortunately I got the job in the university as a professor. But my main field of in the medical field is cardiovascular and psychiatry, something like that. But anyway, in Japan, I am a little bit known as a expert of the philosophy of medicine, especially Oriental medicine. It's okay. So now, as I told you, my main measure is not just philosophy and not just medicine, but philosophy of medicine. And today, I should take one topic of I-Ching as a Chinese philosophy. But before then, today, all professors measuring philosophy, right? So I would give you some of the rough ideas on about Chinese traditional medicine, traditional Chinese medicine. And at the same time, I can talk about the I-Ching philosophy. I-Ching is known as a book of fortune telling. Yes, I don't thoroughly agree to that understanding, but it's not. I don't say it's not true. It's a partially true. And when someone got diseases. Oh, sorry. Well, yeah. When you got some disease, the most important thing to you or to me is how my disease could be going around. Can we cure it, or can we get back my physical condition, or I could be dying or something like that. It's the most important thing. So we have vocabulary prognosis. Prognosis came from Greek. Pro plus gnosis. Pro before and gnosis to know. So prognosis in the medical field is a very important one idea, but prognosis is a main and very important one vocabulary in medical fields. But it means to know the disease before it gone out. So I-Ching is very important because I-Ching can see the way how the diseases are going around after this. So from this kind of point, from this kind of viewpoint, I can say medicine and I-Ching are connected with each other, and you can understand what I mean a little bit. So before that, I would give you some fundamental ideas on about Chinese, traditional Chinese medicine. Oh, before that, I should have had we have traditional Chinese medicine and traditional Japanese medicine also. It would be almost the same, but precisely speaking, different. So if I have time, I could talk about this difference. Chinese mind and Japanese mind. Each has its own characteristics. Okay? But this time, talking about the traditional Chinese medicine in general. Then, yeah, this is post-diagnostic. Traditional Chinese medicine, doctors are taking the pulse like this. And at that time, both lists. And so that means 3 points, both lists. That means that would be 6 points in all. here, soon, can, shak, 3 points. Like this. And there are some schools of traditional Chinese, Japanese medicine schools, and then taking the way of taking this kind of pulse. One schools are taking this style, and in the other schools are taking one by one, several ways of taking. And we can understand the patient's situation very precisely through this pulse diagnostics. Not just the number of pulse, but we have eight different characteristics of the pulse, and then understanding the what is happening in the body. Before and then yes, that pulse examination diagnostics is one of these 4 examinations. These are the basic examinations of the traditional Chinese, also Japanese medicine. Bo, Bun, Mon, Setsu, Wan, Wen, Ren, Chie. 4 different examinations. Bo is look over the to look the patient from the outside, and face or total balance.